Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklarbro Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods.
AKA, even though it's sunny, we take things that are crummy and we make fun of lots of dummies.
AKA Tim Tebow kills career before a star is born whole. This low blow spills beer and leaves a Sklar forlorn. Lol.
Hey, lol.
There you go. Mike Huddletron, a.k.a. the a.k.a. guy, a.k.a. Old Zealand. Guys, we are back in the saddle, doing our thing. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're making it through this week. We want to give you this content. However you enjoy it. Walking a dog, doing dishes, doing chores, not listening to your kids, taking a moment for yourself.
Put the earbuds in and tune your damn family out.
That's
what we say.
Shoveling your driveway if you're in Austin, Texas, which is a great way to start because that's where we are right now. Let's jump into the story.
Let's go right into the story. It snowed in Texas, in case you didn't know.
Yes, it did.
Millions of people lost power. People froze to death.
People are freezing. I mean, I don't know if they're still freezing.
It's been a really tough situation down there. That's a given, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to have brain damage to try and call out the snow and cold in Texas as a fake, right?
And yet, here we go.
Here we go. Our old buddies at QAnon are up to their old QAnon dumb tricks, taking facts
that sit in plain sight
and telling us that they're not true.
Things that we can see before our very eyes.
Telling us that they are fake. It is so insane, this last round, that it should make you retroactively, even if you're on the fence about these people, look back at everything they've ever said and say it's all bullshit.
Right.
All of it. All of it.
If you know anyone, be it at work, a colleague, or an old high school friend, or your in-laws or a crazy uncle, and they've gotten swept up in this whole QAnon nonsense,
you need to go to that person right now,
look them in the eye
with all the love in your heart and say, you are batshit crazy. I am done with you until you get out of your stupid cult.
Goodbye until you renounce that.
Right.
And they won't care. They won't care.
Despite what your QAnon cousin wants to tell you, here's basically what happened down in Texas.
Okay.
Because the state is accustomed to a warmer climate.
It just is.
The state's energy infrastructure was not prepared for the storm. The Electricity Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT, rolled out blackouts to protect the state's power grid.
Have you been to the ERCOT Center in
I have not
Disney?
been to
It is really cool.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Cutting off electricity for millions of people for days. And according to Don Jr., it's the Democratic governor's fault.
Wait, what? He is a Republican, you dumb fuck.
Well, you're fake for correcting Don. I'm sorry, Randy. In Don Jr.'s world, he's a Democrat.
I'm fake for saying that the Republican governor of Texas is Republican?
Whatever Don is wrong about is fake.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you right now.
This is the way it goes.
So
Was he speaking in front of a gun rack? I just want to know.
Don Jr., you called out your own party's dipshit governor who mismanaged the situation. And you meanwhile, a senator...
A Republican senator
from your state went on a trip to Cancun with the fam and then threw his daughters under the bus when asked why he went to Cancun, because they wanted to go down there with their friends. That's what he was telling people.
But I guess that's a Democrat acting like a Democrat. To me, the craziest thing about Ted Cruz going to Cancun was how did he dislodge himself from under Donald Trump's ass?
Yeah.
He was up there. I don't know how you get out of there to then go to Cancun.
This is the thing, okay? The far right in this country is so divorced from the truth that they'll say anything and do anything no matter what the situation. That, like, any tethering to truth that we kind of knew from like 25, 30 years, that's gone.
It's gone.
That's
completely
gone.
Completely gone.
And for anyone who stood back and said, no, that's just the left saying that the right is trying to start an assault on fact, that's it, okay? There is irrefutable evidence.
The truth is irrefutable.
The truth, it's not a he said, she said between these people claiming one thing and the other people claiming another thing, and it's up in the air. We weren't there, so we don't really know. No. There are facts. We're in a situation right now. They used to be able to do that in situations where we didn't know the answer.
No, but we know the answer.
He said this, she said this.
We know it
We
now.
add it up. We try to find as many facts as we can. These are facts. Conspiracy theories of outlandish proportions spread on far-right online spaces, including Telegram channels run by
QAnon people.
The baseless far-right conspiracy theory alleging that the existence of a deep state cabal of human traffickers made up of Democrats and celebrities are ruining the world, including Texas, okay?
You know, You know what the snow in Texas means to QAnon losers? Better conditions for Hollywood celebrities to traffic children. Meanwhile, by the way, the last high-profile person to be among people who were trafficked,
that's Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft. He is Trump's buddy. He's a Republican who owns the New England Patriots.
So tell us again how it's only Democrats who are connected to child trafficking.
Okay, fine.
The claims included the false allegations that the snow in Texas was fake and somehow engineered. This is unreal.
This is unbelievable.
Engineered by President Joe Biden and Bill Gates, quote, blocking the sun caused the bizarre weather. The only thing blocking the sun is what, Randy?
The only thing blocking the sun is your fat Cool Ranch Dorito Diet Coke ass that can't fit in one Southwest Airlines seat.
Blocking the sun? That fake theory doesn't even make sense.
By the way, there are cloudy, warm days in the summer.
So what happened there?
Yeah.
Explain that in your theory.
Just because you can't see the sun doesn't mean it's gone forever,
and it also doesn't mean that it's automatically cold just because there's no sun.
Your 7-year-old knows that.
And blocking the sun, that sounds like a bad idea for the new Green Deal, doesn't it? That relies on solar panels. That's one of the main cogs in that deal. So why would they want to block the sun, one of their major power sources? Why?
You don't like it when
Didn't think that through?
Flimsy conspiracy theories fall apart. You don't like
Didn't
that,
think
do
that
you?
went through, huh? Google search trends throughout the week demonstrate the scope of this misinformation.
This is amazing to me.
On Wednesday, the words fake snow was a top-related query search for Texas snow.
Fake snow!
Fake snow.
Believe us, one of our best friends just moved out to Austin, Texas.
He's there. He grew up in Philly.
We lived in New York
City together.
He knows what snow looks like and feels like, and he's saying it's not fake. He was without heat for a week. He had to boil water just for them to use for a week. He is moving to a new house there, and he couldn't even drive over there and see if the pipes were frozen. That is real weather.
He's
and
not
real
making
snow.
it up. He's got two kids under the age of 5
that can't go to school, and he's got to figure out what to do with them all day long. So he's not happy about the real snow that's going on there.
On Thursday, Bill Gates' son, S-U-N, was a breakout-related query, meaning that the searches grew up by more than 5,000%.
My question is this. How does the Jewish space laser fit into all of this right now? Because everyone knows that hot lasers can make
a lot of snow.
Cold snow.
That's how snow gets made. Jewish space lasers.
Hot lasers make cold snow.
In addition to conspiracy theorists on social media, traditional right-wing media outlets are promoting misinformation about the cause of the storm, blaming green energy.
That is unbelievable.
It's
like the right wing's own version of global warming. Like they have concocted this whole thing. It's like global warming through their conspiracy theories.
They're the only ones saying clean energy is causing the snow. And maybe that's our problem here. Maybe we're trying to understand their crazy bullshit with our logic, right? Yeah. That's the wrong tool.
I think you need to shout it like you're a crazy person with shampoo on only one half of the side of your head at a bus station.
And just be screaming about Jewish space lasers.
Exactly.
Yotam Ophir, I'm going to guess he's Israeli, an assistant professor at the University of Buffalo who researches media persuasion, said people will abuse the uncertainty of an emergency situation in order to promote their agendas. Remember that.
This is also a nice University of Buffalo way of saying people are batshit crazy.
Worse. I think it's worse than saying they're batshit crazy.
They're capitalizing.
They're manipulating the crazy. They're manipulating the vulnerable, and they're using this moment to push their far-right extremist agenda.
So now there is a far-right fringe conspiracy theory about Bill Gates that we're going to get into right after the break, so don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We got the live stand-up show that we're doing on March 20th, Nowhere Comedy Club. Go to eventbrite.com. Get your tickets. Also, follow us on Stereo.
Hey, we're not just doing stand-up that night, by the way. I think Randy glossed over. We're doing a live cheap seats.
Should be fun.
And we're going to be making fun of an event you guys have never seen before, or maybe you've heard of it, but we're going to be doing it. It's going to be so much fun, and I think the format's going to really lend nicely to that because you're going to be watching us on your TV.
Who knows? Maybe we'll start to do those on a regular basis because it'll be fun. We'll crack it out for the first time time, you'll get a chance to see that. Tickets
I
are
love
going
it.
for that, so get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
Yes.
Then we're doing another live Dumb People Town on April 10th. Those tickets are available and they're up right now.
Correct.
And follow us on Stereo. We love getting new follows on Stereo. If you're not following us and you listen to this podcast, what are you doing?
It's so much fun.
It's a chance to do a post conversation. We can hear your thoughts, and we love the more people participate, the better it is for us. So let's check that
Okay,
out.
so when we left, you have far-right extremist
Conspiracy
groups
theories
saying
claiming
that Bill Gates and Joe Biden created the fake snow in Texas.
And that Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun. It's loosely based on Bill Gates donating money to a Harvard climate experience called SCOPX.
Right.
DX.
Right.
Which, by the way, wasn't that the name of Elon Musk's kid?
I think that's the name of his new child, yes.
Has been reimagined by climate change deniers in light of the Texas catastrophe. Like, climate change deniers is another way of saying people who look outside, see that the sun is out, and tell you that it's raining.
Yeah. Again, we call those people batshit crazy. And now
they're just people with opposing views opposing views from people who believe in climate change.
that's, by the way, that's giving, okay, we cannot give these people a seat at the table. That's giving these people way too much credit. If you're denying climate change, you don't belong at the table.
No, you are the type of...
You can have an argument about how we're going to fix it. You can disagree with other people about what the next move is supposed to be.
But if you deny that it's happening, you're as good as someone at a dog racing track who has pissed himself and is just screaming out loud as he kicks a fence. That's
with
who
a
you are.
tinfoil hat on his head.
There you go.
On a Telegram channel popular among QAnon supporters, the idea that the Texas blackouts were not a coincidence, quote unquote, also reached hundreds of thousands of viewers. And what was the purpose of those blackouts?
Was it to get the snowmaking machines ready and fired up?
We got to turn off your electricity so
Turn it
you
off
can't
because we don't want
see
anyone
what
to
we're doing.
Don't look at the wizard Biden who's doing this.
Another conspiracy theory spreading mostly on Facebook alleged that Biden had somehow manipulated the weather to cause the storm in Texas.
Okay, giving Biden the ability to manipulate the weather may be making him an Avenger. Is that what you're doing right now?
I love that the far right's attempt to whip up crazy theories are actually making Biden a superhero.
He's like Poseidon with aviator shades.
The theory appeared to originate from a post by conspiracy theorist Scott L. Biddle. Another post by Biddle questions whether the snow in Texas is real. The Tuesday Post does not have a false information label.
See,
that's on Facebook.
Facebook, you are idiots.
And it was shared 441 times as of Friday.
Facebook declined to comment. I love that you can comment on everything. You can comment on anything on Facebook, except Facebook is not commenting on this bullshit.
If we can't agree what actual snow is, if it's real or if it's not, that just tells you how far apart Americans are.
If Facebook doesn't have the balls to call it out,
then they need to get out.
That's right.
We'll go get another platform. And now, of course, prominent Republicans, Fox News hosts, and conservative websites have published the idea that the wind and solar energy are to blame for Texas's disaster. Hey, guess what? Republican Party, you are now associated with the crazy.
You're the crazy party.
This is your moment. You could have said, hey, we're going to distance ourselves from that crazy stuff. Or not say anything. But now that you're picking up the slack and you're joining their crazy conspiracies.
I mean, it's insane. Tucker Carlson promoted the idea that green energy caused the failures of the state's power grid. That is completely
many
untrue.
Texas Republicans also blame the electricity blackouts on frozen wind turbines, which, by the way, they've driven around Texas, shown the wind turbines that are still working. They're not frozen.
Right.
But the majority of Texas energy providers that went offline use fossil fuels.
Not green energy. And that is a proven fact.
Weird. That's so weird that they got it 100% wrong.
Yeah. The right-wing narrative. Just ridiculous.
They've also blamed the New Green Deal for the disaster.
And it's called the Green New Deal.
The Green New Deal.
The New Green Deal.
The Green New Deal. They blame it, although they've blamed the New Deal, the Green New Deal, for the disaster, and yet that deal is not even into law yet.
Yeah.
That's not even
You can't blame something that isn't a thing.
That's a fact. Sorry. That is a fact. We're going to throw a fact in your face. You can't refute it. It doesn't exist yet. People have talked about it, but that's not a thing.
Facts are bad to Tucker Carlson, that bow-tied bitch.
Ophir said that dramatic events like natural disasters or the pandemic may lead to people to place blame on others. Scapegoating is a big part of dealing with the uncertainty and trying to make sense of confusing negative events. What he forgot to add at the end of that sentence was a phrase for ignorant dipshits.
Yeah, that's who scapegoats
when things get tough. That's who does that.
That's right.
When they don't have answers.
Simple-minded dummies and the evil people who manipulate those simpletons.
Like huge swaths of the Republican Party.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's what it is right now. Like, we wish it was different.
Prove us differently.
I wish it was different. I wish you could just say, hey, that's a segment of our thing, and those people are separate from us, and they're crazy, and we can point to crazy people on the other side. No, that's what the whole party's identity has become. To say that the snow in Texas is fake. That's where you are right now, Republican Party. You have a chance to maybe fight back against that, but I don't see people standing up. I don't hear the voices saying, shut up.
Nope.
Shut up. This is real. This is a red state, by the way. Think back to the last president. What would that president have said if this was happening in California? You didn't vote for me, so I'm not sending you help. Biden's trying to help you out by blocking out the sun.
That's right. And that is a show, guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Wear a mask, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.